Hello everybody, it's your girl Pixess here and I am back with another video. So in today's video, you've guessed it, you wanted to see it, it's finally here. We're finally opening Kyoko! Woo! From Puella madoka magica. Oh my gosh guys, this is the last figure to complete my SQ set. Now I know what you guys are thinking, if you've seen the anime. Wait a minute, what about Madoka herself? Well, the SQ version of Madoka I really didn't like. I didn't really like the way her pose was or like the way she was manufactured, so I'm planning on getting another figure of Madoka from a different company. I'm not trying to throw any shade to Van Presto, I just didn't like the figure they came out for the SQ series, but we finally got Kyoko. Oh my gosh, it took forever for her to come in, and I'll tell you why. Just a little bit of a backstory. So, when I originally ordered Kyoko, Amazon, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm sorry guys, it's early. Amazon had sent her to me from 2-day packing, and when it arrived, the seller that it came from, I kid you not, did not ship her in a shipping box. She came just like this, no box around her except for this one, with the shipping label on the front of it. And the figure came broke, no surprise, so I had to ship it back to Amazon, and I asked them to give me a refund, and they did. And I wanted to rebuy the figure and hopefully give the seller another chance, against my better judgment, and the seller had conveniently run out of these types, and so I looked all over Amazon. It was hard enough finding an SQ figure of Kyoko. So I looked all over Amazon and found another one, but the catch was it was $51 more. So that was a major pain in the butt, but anyway, I know. Stop the gabbing, get to the figure. Let's do it. Set this off to the side. Okay, she's all wrapped in bubble wrap again. See if I can pull this out without tearing anything up. Okay, let's try this way. So I don't want to tear anything up. Okay, set that off to the side. Okay, everything, whoop, there's her hair. Alright, everything looks good so far. I'm not seeing anything broke, so that's a good sign. Set this over here. Here's her hair. Right here. Alright, let's see if I can get this out without tearing this up. Let's see if I can accomplish this. Oh, it actually came out pretty easily. Okay, here's her hair. Actually, I'm kind of wearing my hair like Kyoko's right now. I know that's funny, but hey, I love Kyoko. She's one of my favorite characters, so I thought, why not? Alright, let's get the rest of her out. So, in the past, well, just from opening her the last time when I had to ship her back, Kyoko was pretty hard to assemble. I had a really tough time getting her hair in her head and her spear into her hand. But hopefully this time I can actually get her assembled fairly easily. Okay, here's her torso. Okay. Set that off to the side. And then let's get her base and spear out. I don't really know how I'm going to go as far as what to assemble first. I think I'm going to try to assemble her body first. And then once that is assembled, I'll try to put it on the base. And then I'll work the spear in there because the spear kind of has a funny thing. It kind of wraps behind her back. It shows on the box. I'll show you guys in a second. Get the spear head out. It's off to the side. I swear guys, my house is not a mess. When I'm opening these things, I don't like to get up and throw the trash away. Alright, here's her base, just like all the rest. Little design around the rim, but it matches the color of the character, which is red for Kyoko. Alright, let's try to assemble Kyoko. Alright, I think I'm going to put her legs on first. I feel like that'd be easy. If I can work my fingers. Oh, okay, so her legs went on fairly easily. Oh wow, that's actually pretty easy. Okay, and now let's try to get her hair in. I'm just looking at the figure right now to try to see where the spear goes. So what I'm talking about is, so on the bottom of her I guess, right hand to me. In her cuff, there's a little engraving for where the spear is supposed to go in. If you see the little notches right here. And there's one also up here in her hand. That's what I find so difficult about this figure, is because it's so hard to maneuver the spear in there. All right, I'm going to try to put her hair in. See if I can, do this without messing anything up. All right, let's see if I can get this in her head. Oh. See, it doesn't look like it's all the way in, so let me try to push this in her head a little bit, because I don't want this popping out when I'm not around. Trying really hard to be careful, but that's what I mean. Like, the hardest part of Kyoko trying to assemble her is her hair and her sphere. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Spear. Alright. Alright, I think... Yep, okay, her hair's all the way in, thank goodness. And now the hardest part, I didn't even think about this until now, I have to maneuver her spear around not only her hands, but her hair. Let's try to put her on her base first, if I can find it. Oh, it's behind me. And like I said, one of the biggest annoyances with these bases for the SQ figures for this line, the pegs on the base are not like made actually into the base. They pop in there with this, so they're easy to pop out, which makes it really annoying when trying to put the figure on the base. Because if you push too hard, this will easily pop out and the figure won't be in the pegs like it's supposed to. So that's the one thing I wish they wouldn't have done. Like, why would you make the pegs pop out of the base? What sense does that make? Anyway, let's try to get Kyoko on her base. Her feet, I'm gonna have to stretch her feet out a little bit. I don't like doing that, but I gotta get her on her base somehow. And see, this is what I mean. As I'm trying to put her in, the bottom is trying to fall out where the pegs are. Oh, okay. Okay, wow. That was a lot more simpler than it was originally when I did this. So she's in her base. Make sure the pegs aren't falling out of the bottom. Oh, they actually were. Let me see if I can force her foot. I spoke too soon. All right, let me see if I can get her foot all the way down in there again. Oh, goodness. All right, got it, I think. All right, now I'm going to put her spear together. And that's one of the things I had the hard time with last time. So this, I don't know why, but they made this part and this part have to be put together. And I'm so afraid, and sometimes what happens, especially with figures, is sometimes the grooves that is supposed to be made for certain pieces to go onto the figure aren't made exactly right, and sometimes you have a hard time putting them together. So hopefully I can get this together pretty easily. Okay, let me see. This is supposed to go in there like this, if I'm doing it correctly. Okay, I got her spear on there. There's a little part right there that's sticking up. I'm going to try to get that in there, but I don't want to fool with this so much because this is so dainty. I really don't want to break it. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, and now for the hardest part, getting this into her hands. Okay, I'm actually gonna have to do this off camera because I'm so afraid to do this on like a soft surface. So I'm gonna probably use my nightstand and try to get this in her hand without breaking this. This is the part that worries me the most because I don't want to break this figure. So I will be right back. Okay, so that was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. So I finally got her put together. What I didn't account for is that her hair was going to be in the way. So what I had to end up doing, I actually had to take off her hair and try to work this spear into her hands. And the top hand you kind of have to push down a little bit, this hand right here, because the grooves are not that far spread apart. I don't know if that's every Kyoko figure from this brand or this series, but for me, that's what I had to do. I had to take her hair off very carefully and put this spear in her hands. So other than the spear being a pain in the butt to get in her hands, she actually was a fairly good assembly. I thought it was going to be much worse, because I think out of all of the SQ figures that I have, she by far wasn't the hardest. I think the hardest one I had to put together was, honestly, actually it might be Kyoko, because everybody else is fairly simple, because Mommy, she was already put together. All you basically had to do was put her on her base and her gun in her hand. Sayaka was the same thing. You just put her on her base and put her sword in her hand. Homura, you had to put her hand in her sleeve and her bow together, like up here with the spear. And you also had to put her head on. But as for Kyoko, she was fairly simple. Like I said, there was a little bit of a struggle with her hair and her spear. But other than that, it was fairly good. But oh my gosh, just looking at Kyoko, she is so beautiful. I love this intricate pose of her. Like, she's sitting there saying, "I'm ready, don't mess with me." Like, out of all of the magical girls on the Holy Quintet team, which is what they call their team in the movie, I really love Kyoko. She's one of my favorites. I can't really say who my favorite is because it always changes, but I really love Kyoko. And this figure has a lot of detail to it. From her boots, the little design on the front, to her soul gem right here, to her hair. It's so intricate and moving. Her spear is really decorated and has like actual little crystal plastic in there, like it does in the anime. Just everything about her is wonderful. I love this figure. It was pretty pricey from all things considered, but I don't really care about the price when it comes to good quality artworks of figures like this. But she is really pretty. I do love all the detail on her face, especially. Like, you can easily see Kyoko's like, "Haha, I'm ready, get out of the way, witches," you know? And I really love Kyoko. She is just so wonderful. She starts off in the anime a little bit as a bully, but that's just because she's had a hard life, you know? I think out of all the magical girls on the team, her and Mommy have the hardest of the lives. Like, Homura's life is a little difficult because of her friendship with Madoka, because she's so loyal, but hey, everybody loves a loyal friend. But Kyoko, I really love her because in the anime she shows her true love and appreciation for Sayaka, who is her true friend. I think those two are actually like sisters at this point. Or lovers. I don't know. But like I was saying, this figure is just really decorated. It's so beautiful and intricate. It's one of by far my favorite figures of this series. Alright guys, so you know the drill. I'm going to pause the camera real quick and put her in the display case, and I'll give you guys a closer look in just a second. Alright guys, so I've got Kyoko here in the display case, along with Sayaka and Mommy. Homura normally sits here in the front, but I actually moved Homura real quick to put Kyoko in. But here's a closer look of Kyoko. She is amazing, guys. I really love this figure. Just the dedication to her, her movement, just her pose and everything. This is a really wonderful figure. I would highly recommend her to any of those who love Puella magi, madoka magica, and Kyoko. Kyoko, like I said, she's one of my favorite ones. So if you ever want to get this figure, there are a lot of locations that sell them, not in stores, but on websites. I personally got her off of Amazon for a pretty reasonable price. It was a little pricey considering everything, but I really love Kyoko. You know, I think she's worth it. And like I said, with Kyoko, our Holy Quintet is almost assembled. We're still missing Madoka, so be on the lookout for that video. Real quickly, I am going to show you the shelf of the display case with all of the 4 girls on it from the SQ series. So I'll be back in just a second. Okay guys, so it took me a little second to put, Homura in the front. She is a little bit harder to position in the display case because of her bow. It kind of sticks out a little bit to where the door on the display case is, so it's kind of harder to maneuver her in there. So she is a little bit further back than some of the figures, but that's okay. But this is why I waited to put Homura in, because you can't really see Kyoko because she's kind of standing in front of her, same for Mommy and Sayaka. But here is all of the figures from the SQ series. This is the top shelf of my first display case. We have all 4 girls, almost all of the Holy Quintet. We still, like I said, are missing Madoka. She's going to go in the center here when I get her. But this is all 4 of the SQ series. I'm so glad I got all of these figures. I really wanted to get each one of the girls in their normal magical girl forms and then maybe look for more elaborate poses of them. But I really love this. It really just shows the simplicity of the girls. And, you know, like I said, I'm going to wait for the elaborate ones. But I love all of these figures. Just from all their detail to just them in general. They're just really good quality figures in my opinion. But, like I said, we're not done collecting yet. We still got some more work to do on this display case especially. But for now, here is Kyoko, the 4th member of the Holy Quintet from the SQ series by Ben Presto. And here is the top shelf. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please like and subscribe for more content. Also, if there's any figures or any questions you guys want to ask me, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Also, please follow my Instagram because if you will follow it, there's actually more intricate photos of these girls and more close-up pictures showing all the detail. From each figure I collect. Every time I get a new figure, I post pictures on my Instagram. So if you didn't see all the detail you wanted to see, hop on over to my Instagram and check out those photos and like and subscribe to my Instagram as well. It's PixieDust191, unlike my YouTube channel, which is PixieDust_191, no spaces. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe for more content. Until then, bye!